Hi everyone. I made a video a few days ago answering someone's question asking me about how to use movement for awareness-based somatic processing or somatic psychotherapy, how to use movement. And so I talked there and mainly in that video I was trying to make a clear distinction between this phenomena that happens to all of us, like I feel some unpleasant sensation in the body, I feel some yuckiness, I may not even know what this is, or I may have some sense of an emotion in my body, irritation, frustration, anxiety or something, and then there is this basically, and I don't want it and I don't want to feel this, so then I am going to go to the gym and I'm going to walk on a treadmill, or I'm going to punch the punching bag, or I am going to just move, dig some trenches or something. So that is not what I'm talking about. So although that is temporarily soothing, alleviating that thing, we can express and release let's say unpleasant energy through the use of movement. At the same time, that is not deconstructing it, that is not getting to the bottom of it, and basically we'll have to keep doing this. I'll have the same trigger, and then I'll go again on the treadmill, or I'll do again some yoga, or I'm going to do some punching bag or something. So the trigger comes, I don't like it, I don't want to feel it, and I am moving my body in some way. This disperses the energy. This will work, but this doesn't get to the bottom of it. So there is a important distinction between basically using the body as a way to get rid of unpleasantness. I don't like this, I don't want to feel this. So that is actually from one angle a form of resisting feeling, resisting unpleasantness. This is business as usual, as what ego is resisting unpleasantness and doing all kind of stuff to not feel unpleasant. From one angle, is no different between using the body to forcefully release some of this pain body. There's no difference between that and then using some substance or some chocolate or some addiction. This does the same thing. This might be shocking, some people might be upset. But it's much more helpful that, for me to go to the gym and do a few laps than kind of slam a bowl of vodka. Yes, you're right. It is better for you to go to the gym than slam a bowl of vodka or snort some cocaine. So this is much better. So keep going to the gym as opposed to that. However, I'm talking here going a little bit deeper, for people who are interested to actually. So this person asked me the use of movement in somatic psychotherapy. So somatic psychotherapy or awareness-based processing, it's not about resisting and getting rid of unpleasantness. Somatic psychotherapy or killer bee inquiries or anything that uses awareness to meet our suffering, the one big stage of that is to first of all allow this thing to be here. We are so trained to get rid of things that we don't like. We are so habitually resisting unpleasantness into activities, distraction, screens. So truly skillful somatic processing is that first we want to let it in before we can let it out. Before we can let it go, we want to let it in. So also, usually for most people, some aspect of the mind or the body is not online. Meaning, the idea is that the body and mind, spirit are one, just this is one thing. And whatever that frequency or information of suffering plays out with thoughts, recurring thoughts, at the same time, there are some yucky energy in the body that is correspondent to those recurring thoughts. Some of us are not aware of that. We're just looping in thoughts and feeling disconnected from our body. Yeah. So from one angle, even Eckhart Tolle said this, like sometimes we are not in touch of this sensation of emotions, we are not aware of them, we are blocked, we train so well escaping them. So those emotional energies, they are the pain body is going into the head, playing into the head. Yeah, so often we have so much looping negative stories is that we are not in touch with the actual emotion. Yeah. Now, some other people, like we are in touch with, like we have too much in touch with this, like, oh, there's tension, there's anxiety all the time, there's something in my belly, there's something, but we are not aware that agitation, that yuckiness, that tension, actually there is a hidden thought in it. It says something. Yeah. So we are disjointed. The usual state of consciousness, the mind says something, the attention is somewhere else, the body is numb, yeah, or the other way around. So from one angle, as a way to go is to make the body and mind conscious in the present moment, even if it's yucky. Even if it's yucky, to train ourselves to let go resisting, welcome, let it be. Yeah, it's yucky. It's yucky in my belly. Let's not call it yucky. What is it? It's some sense of tension, an emotion. What is it? Oh, it's some sense of, I don't know what it is. Okay, so here we need to, now if I'm going to play soccer, or I'm going to do a bunch of push-ups, or I'm going to dance, this is going to go away and I'm going to feel, oh yeah, okay, that's great, I'm good temporarily, but then it's going to come back up. So it's better to train oneself to, okay, welcome this yuckiness, let it stay here. I don't need to get rid of it, because I know that they are it's like going to the chiropractor, if you go over and over. Yucky, tension, where is it? It's there. What does it say? Oh, I hate this. I don't like that. I'm stuck. I'm afraid of this. Yeah, so this is the way to keep the attention into the yucky energy. We let go resisting it. We are witnessing it, allowing it, letting it unfold more, and then see what it says. It says something. Now we make conscious of that thing. Very often, just by witnessing the hidden thought buried in an emotion or in a contraction, often that contraction or that localized energy will like relax just by witnessing what it says. Yeah. So this is, let's say, the more advanced. Instead of using movement to get rid of unpleasantness, train myself to not get rid of unpleasantness, get accustomed to the unpleasantness, and see what it says and witness it and repeat. Yeah. All right. So now some different way of using the body for psychotherapy, for somatic psychotherapy in this way. So this will make sense more like for people who are actually doing somatic psychotherapy, or you are a facilitator or therapist or something. So these are some tricks of the trade that I see they help working with people, and then I do this on myself as I self-facilitate. Yeah. So it's like that. Let's say if I'm working with someone, yeah, and which usually is closed eye, looking at some files, looking at the ex-girlfriend, looking at something, looking at my mommy, their energies. So we are witnessing slow. Yeah. So if I notice that as we are processing, bringing awareness to the mental component, the emotional component, if I notice that the person I work with is getting like this, like or if I feel there are sudden movement, or they are tightening their jaw, or they are clenching their teeth, yeah, so I know that their subconscious plays out not just in what they say, but in this movement. Yeah. So what I do is that I encourage them to keep allowing that. So I will say to the client, hey, so let your body do whatever it wants to do. If you feel burdened as you think about this, just let yourself be burdened. Just feel the burden. Stay like that. If you feel like going, sometimes I see some movements happening, the process, and I'm like, hey, I notice your shoulders going like that. Just let it be like that and keep doing that. Let your body do whatever it wants to do. Remain aware. So the person goes like that. And I'm telling them, hey, just notice this posture. Notice, let it be here. See if this posture were to say something, what would it say? I have to be careful. Don't trust them. I have to be careful. You see? So there's a hidden pain body. There's hidden content in these movements. Yeah? Sometimes when I was in men's work, some guy will start to clench their jaw or to clench their fists, which is, for us is like anger. There's anger. They are not quite aware that they're angry, but they're angry. So I will have them like, hey, can you keep clenching this? Stay eyes closed, keep clenching this. Clench it and then let it be like this. If this fist were to say something, what would it say? Or sometimes the client is like this. I'm like, hey, so whenever there is a movement that I have a sense that there's more to this movement, it's not random. What I want to do is I want the people to keep doing this movement, repeat it, do it slow, and be very aware of it. Yeah. So I'm bringing awareness to the movement, knowing that there's more to this movement. Say, do this, and if this hand were to say something, what would it say? No, no more, no more, no more. And I have the person say, okay, no more, no more, no more. Okay, there's some anger now, yeah? Yeah, so what I'm doing is that if I detect some movement that is meaningful, I want, if I'm doing it myself, if I'm self-facilitating myself, I'm allowing myself, to go into this and start, no, don't leave me, don't go, I'm alone. Yeah, this is from one angle, these thoughts, these feelings, this state, this is like the inner child playing out, inner child, pain body information. In order to heal, we need to feel it consciously. In order to heal, we need to feel it consciously. Yeah, often we don't want to feel it, or we don't feel it consciously. Yeah, we feel it asleep with full of resistance. So another way I use a movement for somatic psychotherapy in a way that it helps with the process to bring more stuff up rather than get rid of stuff is, let's say, maybe at the beginning of a workshop or beginning of a session or beginning of a group session, we are usually kind of rigid. We are not so much, most people, they are not embodied, they are not fluid, they are somehow, we have these programs, I have to be good, I have to look good, don't stick out, I'm not safe, so the body is rigid. So sometimes at the beginning, I if I feel people are tense or like, I say, okay, how about stand up and let your body do whatever it wants. Just let your body, let go of the day. You don't have to move in a certain way. You don't have to dance. You don't have to do anything structured. Just let it be. And I model it. I'm like, just whatever. Yeah, so this gives permission to the people to allow somehow to take the mind a little bit, like the censorship, the all of that, worrying about image, it goes offline, you get permission. And the people let the body do what it wants to do. And what happens for some people, it's easier for the emotion to express in the body. So now there's like, by moving the body, it loosens up a little bit. And then they say we settle, and I'm in touch with a sense of fear or sense of sadness. I'm like, yeah. So it's a way to bring more like the emotional body online. Yeah. So these are some of the core things I see. I'm sure there are many others. Yeah. So I hope it helps, and I'll keep it short. Ciao.